When we're running our own business, we're thinking about making a profit. But making a profit doesn't always guarantee that at the right moment you have the cash on hand to pay your suppliers as they fall due or pay your salaries at the end of the month. And if you're in a period of growth, you find that there's more demand to hold more stock and that more people owe you more money. Now, if you're busy running your business, you want a quick and simple plan to keep sort of handle on what the cash is. You don't want to get too distracted or hung up on it. You just need to know where you are. So I tend to run out a simple spreadsheet over, say, 6 months, which goes opening bank, income for the month, expenditure in the month, closing bank. Now, I do it monthly, but if money is going to be particularly tight, or if I know there's a pinch point in there somewhere, we'll do it weekly. Log on to your online banking a couple of times a week, no more often than that, and put in what has come into the bank and what has gone out since you were last logged on. Now, to get a really good plan on this, we need to know where we are now, what our regular outgoings are, and some sort of a plan for the future. So where we are now is what we're owed, when we're going to get it, what we owe our suppliers and when we're going to have to pay them, and what we've got in the bank today. On our regular outgoings, I think the easiest way to do is to go back through your last 2 or 3 months of bank statements and look through and see what direct debits and HP payments are coming out. And I'll also give you an idea of what your net pay outgoings are and sort of what week of the month they land on. Now, when I say a plan or a budget, I don't want you to get hung up and think this is some massive, big business plan style thing. It's just a matter of taking a couple of hours quietly to sit down and go, over the next 6 months, what am I going to sell? When's it going to come in? What do I need to do that? What are my purchases going to be? Do I have to buy anything extra? Am I going to have a month when there's a lot of overtime and I need extra hours or extra people in to help? And that's all you need for that. So then I put the figures into a spreadsheet, nice simple like this. I'm going to start with, what am I owed? Well, I'm owed £48,000, but I'm only confident of getting £40,000 in the next month. And there's another guy there, and he owes me £8,000, and I know he's good for it, but it'll be a wee bit longer coming, so I'm going to put that in there. If I thought he wasn't going to pay it, I would leave it out, and then when it does come in, that's a little bonus to your thing, and you've got a little bit more cash to play with than you thought. And then the sales invoices that I'm about to issue today, well, they'll come in month 2 of £40,000. So that gives me cash coming in, and it's cash, not invoices, of 40,000 here and 48,000 here. Just remember, this figure includes the VAT because the customers pay the VAT. So it's not your sales figure that you're showing in your accounts, it's what is going to go into your debtors. Then we come to what we're going to do with purchases. Purchases for this month, which will be paid next month, are going to be £20,000, but I already owe £25,000 and I have to pay that in the next 2 or 3 weeks, so it's coming in here. My wages are going to be fairly steady. Now, this is net pay at £12,000 a month, and then I've got my check to the revenue for PAYE, and the check for this one will come out here, but I haven't paid last month's yet, and it's coming up, so I'm going to have to pay, and I know that's £3,800 because the payroll's already been run. I have direct debits every month of rates of £400, and I have payments on a van going out of £400, and I picked those up from the last couple of months' bank statements. And I have a nice relationship with my bank, so in the last few months I've only been paying them £25 a month in charges. The last thing there is your quarterly VAT return, and my quarterly VAT return is just about done, and I know that I'm going to have to pay £6,000 in month 2, so I've slotted that in there as well. That gives me a total expenditure for this month of 41625 and next month 42825. So cash in and out in month 1, total income less total expenditure gives me this. I've got £3,000 in the bank today, so I'll finish the month with this. This figure becomes next month's opening bank. Income, expenditure, I have a net income next month of this, add it to my bank balance, and that's where I hope to finish month 2. Now, if this is showing a surplus, that gives you a chance to identify maybe some capital expenditure you need, a new machine or a new van, or whether there are other places you need to invest in your business. If it's a shortfall and things are getting tighter and tighter, well then that's probably your time to speak to us. We can go back through this and through your budget with you to help identify savings, and also, if needs be, help you to prepare for a meeting with the bank. If you'd like a copy of this template, just give me a ring, or my email address is coming up now, and we'll send you off a copy, and that'll help you get started.